For the cupcakes, we are doing 4 kinds of different flavors today. One is your Lotus Biscoff, which is a must to learn. Number 2 is your Fusion, which is also very, very important. Third is Funfetti, and fourth is Oreo. लिख लिया सबने? Did you write? Third one is Funfetti. 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 Okay. Now I will explain each. Like I said, I'm not a mentor who's going to spoon feed. मैं आपको पूरी तरह से help करूँगी. आपकी भी interest मुझे चाहिए. I need you to have the same interest because I am giving you my 2000% to teach you. So let's start racking our brains. Number 1, Lotus Biscoff. Now Lotus Biscoff will need vanilla sponge. लिखिए. Write down. It's theory now. नहीं हो रहा, ठीक है. लिखते हैं प्लीज. लोटस बिस्कॉफ. पहले लोटस बिस्कॉफ को लिखते हैं एक्सप्लेन करके. Now Lotus Biscoff, when you make Lotus Biscoff cupcakes, you will need the vanilla sponge. Mother recipe. You will add Biscoff essence. To make the cupcake, okay? The filling is going to be Biscoff spread. And the frosting is going to be whipped cream. Write it like this, see. ऐसे लिखो. Can you write it like this? पढ़ा जा रहा है मेरी handwriting? I'm just scribbling for my notes. Sorry, it's not for you. I'm just writing it quickly. Please write down. This will be very helpful for you. Okay? So I will repeat जिसको समझ में नहीं आया. Lotus Biscoff बनाने के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? So Lotus Biscoff के लिए हम क्या करेंगे? We will take the vanilla mother recipe with Biscoff essence. Bake करेंगे. All right. Now filling is going to be Biscoff spread. Filling मैं कल दिखाऊंगी आप लोगों को. आज सारे sponges बनाएंगे and they need to cool down, come down to room temperature. Room temperature में आने के बाद हमें उन्हें resting time देना होता है refrigerator में. If you don't give them the resting time, they will not work beautifully for you. Biscoff essence again from Osoro. I prefer using Osoro for essence. And frosting is going to be whipped cream. Written, everyone? Now the next one, fusion. What is fusion? Do you understand what is fusion? Fusion means something that's not available in the form of cakes, something that's available maybe in the form of dessert, जैसे कि रसमलाई, or gulab jamun, or bundi laddu, or pan, and we convert that into cakes. So that's called fusion cake. So in the class, we are going to make fusion gulab jamun cakes. Gulab jamun cupcakes, sorry. So our fusion cupcake is going to be gulab jamun cupcake. Again, vanilla mother recipe. Yes. So this is the Biscoff essence that I was talking about. दिख रहा है? So for the fusion, we will add Kesar Gulab essence. From Osoro, Kesar Gulab. You can do a little pinkish color in the batter. That's optional. Yellowish, pinkish कर सकते हैं. That's completely optional. Okay. Now you can do a rubbery filling if you want. या फिर उसको skip कर सकते हैं and top with whipped cream and gulab jamun. लिख लीजिए. Once done, please do a thumbs up quickly. Yes, filling, like I said, filling, either you can do a rubbery filling or you can make pieces of gulab jamun and fill it in. Done. Next, funfetti. What is funfetti? This is called funfetti or confetti. Can you see this? These are not sprinkles. These are called confetti or funfetti. These go very well with kids celebrations. Okay. So for this, we are again using vanilla mother recipe. Add confetti or funfetti in the recipe, in the batter with vanilla essence. I'm also making my notes with you. Did you write, everybody? Repeat. Vanilla mother recipe, add confetti in the batter with vanilla essence. Now in this, we are not going to add any color in the batter. I'll show you why. No color in the batter, please. Done? Now for the frosting, there will be no filling in this. Frosting will be whipped cream topped with funfetti. Whipped cream topped with funfetti. And the last one. Last one is Oreo. For the not audible, am I not audible, students? Okay. Now for the Oreo, you can either have vanilla recipe or have chocolate recipe. I prefer doing it with vanilla. Okay. So again, vanilla mother recipe. Add Oreo pieces in the batter. Cookie and cream essence. And no color in the batter. लिख लिया सबने? वनीला मदर रेसिपी ओरियो ब्रेक करके रेसिपी बैटर में डालना है एंड कुकी एंड क्रीम एसेंस डालनी है. कुकी एंड क्रीम एसेंस. No color in the batter. Frosting is going to be whipped cream, crushed with Oreo. Done? Done, ma'am? Very good. See, mine is also done. Yeah. Chalo. All right. Now, do you recognize it? Yes, no? Do you recognize it? This is the same batter, the fourth batter that was left from our, yes, very good. Such lovely students. I am in love with all of you. Very good. I am so happy that you guys are so in the class. That's how we rock it, right? So this is the fourth one, right? Fourth recipe, fourth जो हमारा batter बच गया था. See, it can stay for hours and it can stay for days. Actually, I have a incident to share. Once we do this, then I'll share the incident. Now, each cupcake liner is going to hold 55 grams of your batter. So we are going to divide it in 4 parts. ठीक है? तो इसको 4 parts में हम divide करेंगे. Asam, please help me. We will take 4 different bowls and we are going to measure out 55 plus 55 is 110. So 110 on each bowl. 4 bowl लेंगे for 4 flavors, 4 flavors and we measure out 110. 110 फटाफट करके दो. Divide this batter into 4. हाँ. 4 से डालना. 110. ठीक है. Now we will start doing one by one. चालू कर दो. So the fourth batter will actually give you around 7 to 8 cupcakes. Okay? And so what happens is, meanwhile she is helping me divide the batter. So what happens is, this batter that you keep, so I am doing online classes since years now, before COVID also, and offline classes also. So there was a girl, her name is Saima. How I remember her name because of this incident. So in the assistance group, she asked me one day, ma'am, I made the vanilla batter and suddenly there is an emergency and I have to go. I cannot bake this. What should I do? I said, okay, fine. You cannot bake it. Just cling wrap it and keep it in the refrigerator. Once you are back, take it out from the refrigerator. Allow it to come down to room temperature first. Then bake it in the oven. Okay. So that was the day, and then we forgot. I thought she is baked and everything went well. That's why she has not replied or whatever. After a couple of months, there was another student in the group and she asked the same question. And then I told her the same thing. And Saima shared her experience. She said that, ma'am, you won't believe, there was a medical emergency at my home and something bad had happened. I could not come back home for 9 days. After 9 days, she came back and she baked this recipe and it came out very beautifully. I have not done it. I have never had the need to do it, keep it for 9 days. But what I'm saying is, which means it can be baked for 9 days. So suppose you make the batter and there is no light, there is no electricity. Okay? There is no electricity. What you can do is you can cling wrap it and you can keep it in the refrigerator. But once you take it out, you have to actually allow it to come down to room temperature before baking it. Otherwise, the batter and the oven temperature is going to be like there's going to be a lot of difference in the batter temperature and the oven temperature, right? So allow it to come down to room temperature and bake it. अभी हमने 2 घंटे 1 घंटे पहले ये बैटर बनाया. I kept it here on the counter. AC is on. Covered it. After you come back after 1 hour, 1.5 hours, you might see that the batter is thickening a lot. अगर thicken होती है तो feel free to add a tablespoon of milk to adjust the consistency. Just that. Otherwise, it's good to go. Easily bake कर सकते हो. इसको कोई problem नहीं होती. ठीक है? Now I have the 4 bowls ready. This is a little less. We took a little less because this is going to be our Oreo cookie and cream. We are going to add a lot of crushed Oreos in this cookie and cream essence डालेंगे तो वो ऐसे volume बढ़ जाता है. Okay. Now 4 different batters. I'm going to take you through one by one. Confusion now. So let's start with Lotus Biscoff. Lotus Biscoff, what did I say? Check your notes. Mother recipe vanilla and then Biscoff essence. And then just that. No colors in it. Just little drizzle. I'm filling in the liner also. So I have this tray lined with cupcake liners. ये भी 3/4 से ऊपर मत जाना. All right. Now, next is what? Fusion, gulab jamun. Fusion karo gulab jamun, kesar gulab. For the fusion, what do we have? Kesar gulab. Kesar gulab. All right. And then a little pinkish too. Wow, it smells heavenly. Ah, it smells so wonderful. I wish you all could be here. Yeah. If it's a little extra, when you adjust with water, don't let it, I mean, लालच करने की जरूरत नहीं है, उसको रहने दो. 1 spoon अगर extra है तो it will not harm. But इसमें डाल मत देना, because if you fill it in, it can ooze out and spoil the cupcake. Okay. Third one is funfetti. Now, why did I ask you not to add any colors to it? Funfetti के लिए essence दे दो. French vanilla. So I'm using French vanilla. With funfetti. That's why I told you not to add any colors to it. See how beautiful it looks. They look beautiful after they are baked. See? Our last one is Oreo. So for the Oreo, we again need Oreo pieces. Right? What are we going to add in it? Oreo के pieces डालो उसमें. Cookie and cream essence. Not too much. PMP. No, Oreo has 3 in between. Holding it with a spatula, that's why I'm just focusing. ठीक है पता चल रहा है this is different, these are different, these are different. So this will go in the oven to bake for 20 minutes. Now it's 138, 140, 140, 50, 60, 20. We can come back around 220. So we can take 40 minutes break. All right. So we all will take 40 minutes break now. You can stay logged in. Please don't log out, I would suggest, because if you log out, logging in is really difficult. In between, we will bake them one by one. And I'll show you, once you're back, I'll show you how it is baked. All right? No, they will not sink. They are very, excuse me, they are very lightweight, so they don't sink. Dekho, abhi bhi upar hai. Right? All right, everybody. So I'll see you back at 2:22. I don't follow, Amisha, what you're writing. It's Bakersville confetti. It's from Bakersville. Baking time is 20 minutes. All right. Chalo, I'll see you at, we'll start at 2:25. ठीक है 2:25 पे हम start करेंगे and then we will take the question answer session. Thank you so much. Thank you for being there. I am hungry. I know you are hungry too. So let's just feed our kids. Let's feed ourselves and then I'll be back. Keep your notes handy and keep your questions ready. Fan, mode, everything the same that I've explained in detail for the baking of the cakes. Everything remains the same. Just the temperature is 20 minutes. 20 to 25 maximum. Okay, everybody? Can I go now? Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, everyone. Am I audible, everybody? Am I audible? Give me a thumbs up quickly. The weather is getting really bad and it's all dark. This is fine now. The screen is good now. I hope I'm audible, everyone. Okay, well. So we start with whipped cream. Give me. So let me explain what we are doing here. So tomorrow we are going to decorate all the cakes. Basically, it's called frosting, filling and frosting. We are going to fill and frost the sponges that we are baking today and also the cupcakes. So, excuse me, the topping that I use is Riches. You can use this Riches whipped topping. It is actually very premium. If you can get hold of Chocolate is also good, but I've been using Riches for years now. And we need a bowl, and the bowl has to be chilled because the condensation kaise aa rahi hai. So the bowl needs to be chilled. The blades need to be chilled. This was resting in the refrigerator for the last 20-25 minutes. Okay. And what we are going to do is we are going to take half cup cream. I am beating half cup cream just to show you how to whip up cream nicely. Okay. So I'm using this cream. Give me a and I'm going to beat it. Now, few things that you have to remember before you start beating your cream. Number one. So the cream comes in a solid pack. If you buy a 250 ml pack or a 1 kg, 1 liter pack or a 2 liter pack, this will come frozen. All right. So you have to keep it in the refrigerator in the deep freezer section. When you want to use it, you have to thaw it to get a liquid, get the cream at a liquid state. So what happens is, when it's frozen, it's at the solid state. When we want to use it, we want it at the liquid state, but we don't want any ice crystals in it. So what we do is, suppose you have to use it tomorrow, you can take the cream out today and keep it in the fridge section. Deep freezer se nikal ke fridge section mein rakh do, and once you keep it in the fridge section overnight, it will get thawed, which means वो liquid state में आ जाएगी. ठीक है, इसको गर्म नहीं कर सकते हैं. Or at this summer weather, if you take out from the deep freezer and keep it on a counter, जहाँ पे AC नहीं चल रही है, in 1.5 hours, you will get like good quantity cream that's melted. When you are not using it, cling wrap it and keep it back in the deep freezer. Followed? Everyone? Good. Now, how do we beat it? अच्छा, सबसे पहले मुझे बताइए, आप लोगों में से okay, so tell me how many of you have made bubbles in your bucket? कपड़े धोए हैं, कभी bubbles झाग बनाई है? How many of you have made it? 3 of you only? 4, 5. Okay. Bus. All of you, right? Now, उसमें बहुत ज्यादा मजा आता है. Yes, बहुत मजा आता है. But मजे की बात ये है कि आपने उसमें देखे हैं, there are two kind of bubble that you see. One are the bigger bubbles and one is the smaller bubble, right? छोटे छोटे bubbles बनते हैं और बड़े बड़े bubbles बनते हैं. सबसे पहले कौन से bubbles फूटते हैं, बड़े या छोटे? Big ones or the smaller ones? बड़े. Small, big, 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 big. Right. So the smaller ones stay for a long, long time. अगर आप हाथ से भी फोड़ो ऐसे करके, जिन्होंने स्मॉल लिखा है मतलब कभी कपड़े नहीं धोए जिंदगी, है ना? So जो छोटे बबल्स होते हैं ना, उनको अगर हाथ से आप ऐसे भी फोड़ो पानी में, तो वो भी साइड में बहुत बहुत बबल्स रहते हैं. So using the same idea, we are going to whip up our cream. All right, I've taken half cup of whipping cream and I also need an ice bath. What is an ice bath? कोई भी पुराना घर का जो भी आपका बेकिंग ट्रे जो आप यूज नहीं करते, वो लीजिए, उसके नीचे एक ऐसे कपड़ा लगाइए so that it doesn't move. Okay, and keep your bowl in which you have the icing tray. It's okay. थोड़ा सा हाथ ले सकते हैं. That's it. All right. And then what I do is, I have this bowl which is always I keep it handy. I keep it, fill it with water, half fill it with water and keep it in the deep freezer section. So that way I always have this ice bath ready with me. All right. Now, using the same method, we are going to make tiny bubbles. कुछ customers sorry students मुझे बोलते हैं, मैम हमने 2-tier cake बनाया, 3-tier cake बनाया. When we made it, it was looking beautiful, but after some time it fell off. After some time in transit, it broke, it shattered. You know why? Because when you do the high speed and you beat your cream, बड़े बड़े bubbles form होते हैं. जितनी जल्दी वो cream beat हो जाती है, उतनी ही जल्दी वो cream flat हो जाती है. All right. So how are you going to beat the cream? You have to use smaller bubbles. To make smaller bubbles, we are going to start beating the cream at 0.1, speed 1. Once 0.1 is on and your cream starts to thicken, then you are going to increase the speed. इसको थोड़ा पास लेके आओ. Closer view दो. ऐसा. और पास लेके. सामने लेके आओ. सामने लेके. हाँ, सामने लाओ. हाँ, नीचे करो. इधर को. Can you see it? It's liquid right now. Can you see this? It's completely liquid and runny, right? The consistency. Now we will start beating it at speed 1. Can you see the bubbles that getting formed here? Can you see the bubbles? So we have to make tiny, tiny bubbles in the cream. So we start with speed 1. After some time, you will see that the cream will start thickening up. थोड़ी थोड़ी thick हो रही है देखो, right? And you will see that it's forming ribbons. Now, when you take one turn, you want the ribbon to hold its shape. अभी जब मैं घूम रही हूँ, the ribbons are getting dissolved. So we will only increase the speed once we take one turn, two turn, and the ribbons are holding their shape. Followed? Followed everyone? क्या करना है? हम स्पीड 1 पे बीटिंग स्टार्ट करेंगे. पहले देखना थोड़े थोड़े छोटे छोटे बबल्स इनकॉर्पोरेट होंगे इसमें. वी विल ओनली हम इंक्रीज तभी करेंगे स्पीड जब हमारी क्रीम थोड़ी थिक लगेगी और इसमें जो रिबन फॉर्म होंगे वो अपना शेप होल्ड करेंगे जब हमने एक राउंड ले लिया. तो अभी जैसे मैं एक बार राउंड लगा रही हूँ, रिबन डिसॉल्व हो रहा है, बट दे शुड होल्ड द शेप. वंस दे होल्ड द शेप, वी विल इंक्रीज द स्पीड. Now can you see how it's holding the shape when I'm coming one round? See, check closely. See. All right. So when I take one turn and come, the ribbon is holding its shape. Now I'm increasing the speed to 2. It's not done yet. I'm just showing you the texture. Can you see it? Thick हुई. अभी भी बहुत soft है. It's still very very soft. In between, we have to scrape it once. We need to scrape it so that all the cream comes together and we are beating it equally. देखो कितनी soft है अभी भी, लेकिन थोड़ी thick हुई ना. देखो कर्ड जैसी thick हुई. Has it thickened a little? Can you see the difference between how we started at? So we will beat it again. This is very, very important how to whip your cream. If your cream is not whipped well, then you cannot have a good frosted cake. All right? So we start again. Now when you see that it has stiff peaks, can you see this? हल्के soft peaks are there. Sorry, not stiff, soft peaks. Can you see we're getting soft peaks? So at this point of time, you can increase the speed again. Now can you see that the peaks are holding? But how do I check? अभी मुझे पता है यहाँ पे ना you all get so confused. Ma'am, how do we know that it's done? Ma'am, how do we know that it's not soft? So how you have to check? See, suppose you're checking, some people say you can check for stiff peaks like this. No, it's still droopy, it's not done yet. If you see, it's falling, right? But how I prefer checking is you make a wave. ऐसे एक wave बनाओ और अगर wave के ऊपर का tip वेव के ऊपर का टिप अगर होल्ड करता है which means it's done. See, tip is falling, tip is not holding. Can you see it? Tip is falling, it's not holding, it's drooping. So the tip of the wave should hold. If the tip of the wave is not holding, which means it's not done yet. So we beat it again. Now see this. Now can you see how it looks? Is it visible to you? Yes, moving beater in one direction is necessary. And what do you want to listen to? I'm not talking when the beater is on. I'm only switching off the beater and then talking. All right. Now, again, make it into a wave. And this time it's holding. Can you see it? So once it's holding, you know that the cream is done. Okay. So just scrape it once and beat it for 30 more seconds. So that the side, the cream that is to the sides is soft, it will also come together. So, yeah. So if you see that it's not falling on you, is how we say that it's absolutely done. So once you are confident, मैंने देखो दोबारा चेक नहीं किया, मुझे पता है ये गिरने वाला नहीं, तो अपने ऊपर चेक करो. अगर तुम्हें कॉन्फिडेंस है कि ठीक है तो ये आपके ऊपर नहीं गिरने वाला है. All right, so do this check and it's beautifully done. देखो इसको उल्टा करो, उल्टा रखो, ये कहीं नहीं जाएगा. ठीक है, तो ये आपकी बीट हो गई. And now what you have to do is, because we are going to use this cream tomorrow, you can use it fresh. If you don't want to use it today, you have to cling wrap it, keep it in the refrigerator, and कल आप इसको use कर सकते. Followed everyone? समझ में आया? Okay, cling wrap दे दो मुझे. Okay, cling wrap दे दो. Cling wrap it. पीछे करना. दिखने का कैमरा थोड़ा पीछे करना. So once this is done, please cling wrap it and keep it back in the refrigerator. अब इसे आप रेफ्रिजरेटर के अंदर रख दो एंड जब कल आपको यूज करना हो तो आप इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. Let's take the Q&A now. Welcome back, and now we are going to cater to the cupcakes. If you remember the beauties, the little ones that we made. So we will start with the confetti cupcakes, okay? Okay, so I will start explaining one by one. You have your notes handy, right? So we had written what is going to be the base, what is the cupcake, what is going to be the filling, what is going to be the frosting, what is going to be the topping. All that we have mentioned yesterday. Okay, so I will start one flavor at a time. So that is being recorded. Sure. Okay, yeah. So we'll start with one flavor at a time. So we are starting with the funfetti cupcakes. Okay. Now, I will be using 1M tip again. I mean, Wilton 1M, yeah, open star, callow, whatever you call it. And then we are going to make a swirl, or you can make rosette. So I'll do one swirl and one rosette to show you the difference. And then we are going to sprinkle funfetti on top. मुझे लगता है इसको नीचे करो so that becomes smooth. Angle नीचे और नीचे करो. Yeah. Better view. Can you see it? Okay. So, what is the difference between rosette and swirl? Swirl starts from the sides and we build up the top, and rosette starts from the center. So, let's make the swirl first. Turn to the difference. So, we will do the swirl first. We will start from the sides. Then we go one layer on top. Then we come to the center and press and release. For the rosette, we start from the center, we allow the star to form, and then we go all around it. So this is the difference between rosette and swirl. Dikh rahi hai? I don't think it's visible, right? Is it visible? Okay, good. Right? And then we have a lot of funfetti to sprinkle. On the rosette, I would want to do it on one side, and on the swirl, I would want to do it on all over. Okay. Okay, thank you. Now, for the Biscoff. This is your Lotus Biscoff spread that's available in the market. You know it, right? We will take a nozzle, take any nozzle depending on the size of your cupcake, and make a cavity in the center. Okay, so when we make cavity, we have space for the filling. This is the filling that I was talking about. So we are going to take a little bit of, I need one more offset. Yes. So fill it in nicely. अच्छे से flat करो, fill करो. And उसके ऊपर piping is completely your choice, okay? Whatever design you want to pipe. It is going to be really tasty. Now I will show you the difference between how you can do. I'm using the same nozzle so that I can show you the difference how it can be done. So maybe let's do a swirl and let's do a rosette again. The difference in the look. Now you have these lotus biscoff cookies also available. So इतनी बड़ी cookie एक cupcake के लिए is too big. So we have broken it and we are going to use like this. Tuck it in. So why am I doing one rosette and one swirl? So that you can see the difference in design. See how it looks. Visible? Good. Thank you, Megha, for giving the thumbs up. So I know that it's visible. Thank you. I want such interactive students. Now, for the gulab jamun. So gulab jamun mein, I asked you to write that the filling can be of rabdi, right? But because it's peak of summers, I would suggest please don't go with rabdi because rabdi will reduce the shelf life badly. I mean, it will be not even half day that it will stay fresh. So instead, do not. You can do. I need a different piping. Halka sa. That is good. Okay, so in this, you can again scoop out and you can fill in rabdi if it's winters. Winters में वो आपका खराब भी नहीं होगा, बहुत time तक रहेगा. But in summers we don't do it. You can feel free to scoop out and fill in gulab jamun inside, but the cupcake size is medium, right? We are anyways going to put a dollop of like put half the gulab jamun on top. So let's not fill it again in gulab jamun. Otherwise, it's going to be super sweet. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll pipe it. Now you can again color the frosting as per your choice. I'm doing it all in white. Because the cupcakes are so colorful, the toppings are colorful, so I don't want to add in extra color. If the customer asks or the theme calls, you feel free to add in colors. All right, so what am I going to do is we have gulab jamun and we have divided it. दो हिस्सों में हाफ कर लो because ये बहुत ही heavy हो जाएंगे अगर गोल आप डायरेक्ट लगा दोगे तो. And then you want to pipe it as per your choice. आपको कोई भी piping आपको rosette करना है आपको. If you want to do a rosette, if you want to do a swirl, if you want to do whatever. I've taught you so many pipings today. So I'm again using this fat nozzle and I'm piping it like a big fat. See. And then I will place my gulab jamun on top. Press it. Press it. All right. So, and you can also have pistachios if you want, or rose petals dehydrated. You can add in dehydrated rose petals because gulab jamun के साथ वो rose का जो fragrance है और the pistachios, those things go really well. Okay, so feel free to add. Do you know how to make dehydrated rose petals at home? Have you seen my reel on it? Yes, Shivali, very good. So these are the dehydrated rose petals that we make in-house. See, there is, wow, the aroma, you will not get it anywhere like store-bought. So we make almost everything at home, I mean, in-house. So ये थोड़े-थोड़े लगा दो. Maybe एक side लगाते हैं छोटे-छोटे. Let me turn into person. Oh wow, देखो, एक blank से इसकी beauty एकदम बढ़ गई. See, a little touch. right? So small little things, but very, very useful. ऐसा नहीं है कि white है, then it's going to be boring. You have to know how to convert it. Now, for the cookie and cream, there's a little prep that you need to do. So cookie and cream में हम क्या करेंगे? We will take cream and we will crush Oreo cookies and put it in the cream. Okay, so that when we pipe it, you will see the tiny bits and particles of the cookies, and it not only tastes good, it also looks beautiful. All right. So for this, use a fat nozzle. Otherwise, your crushed cookies can get stuck and clog the nozzle. So always use a fat nozzle. I'm using the same flat nozzle. Do we have crushed cookies? See, ये रही आपकी crushed Oreo cookie and ये रही मेरी cream. Visible, right? And I'm adding in and then mixing it. And feel free to add cookie and cream essence. Now you would see कि मैम ने किसी में भी essence add नहीं किया. I don't add a lot of essence or in the frostings. In cake also you must have seen that in the frosting I did not add any essence, did I? Because in the filling I have added. Now you imagine the sponge has essence, the filling has essence, and the frosting also will have essence, and it will be too pungent for someone to eat. Okay, so in the frostings I don't prefer adding any frosting. So this is how it's going to look. See? Now using the same cookie, you can crush it using a rolling pin. You can put it in a Ziploc pouch and run through your rolling pin on top of it and get crushed. See, now I did a fat dollop for the gulab jamun, and for this I'm doing a I will keep it and do it so that I can do it nicely. And फिर से ऊपर ओरियो लगा दो. See how cute they look. Right? Now, so we are done with the cupcakes also. Okay, so flat nozzle number, which is flat nozzle? 8FT, it's 8FT. 8FT nozzle. See? इतनी जल्दी बनते हैं with mother recipes? Do you agree or not that mother recipes are a savior? Yes or no? Agree. Thank you, Vaishali. It is a savior. I have been able to cater to so many orders that you see on a daily basis only because I use my mother recipes. Otherwise, तो पागल हो जाएंगे. दिन में अगर 5, 6, 10 ऑर्डर आएंगे assorted and we'll go crazy, right? So give us 2 minutes time. We'll clean up and come for Q&A. All right, 2 minutes time. Just hang on there. Okay. And all those who are wanting to tag us, we will reshare. Please tag us. I'm so sorry. Please tag us. This was a moment. This is the weight of the gulab jamun. Be very careful. That's why we need to half it and keep it. Okay. एक कभी भी मत लगाना. You just saw it. So anybody who wants to tag it, please tag us, because yesterday there were a lot of tags we could share. And when you share, we reshared your story, and we also write that day second of the 10 days baking boot camp. So please take a screen grab so that you can tag us. What does it clean करूँ? Thank you. One more tip. Now, in the gulab jamun, if you have to deliver it really at a long distance, put a skewer, a toothpick. Toothpick लगा के फिर for heavy toppers in tiny cupcakes. Remember this. All right. Otherwise, this can happen. Chalo, take a screenshot quickly and then we do the question answer. Let me know when it's done. Done. Thank you so much. I hope you really like the beauties that we have made. In 2 days' time, in a couple of hours, explaining and doing such beautiful cakes. Thank you so much for being such a lovely group of students. And whatever questions you have regarding this, and somebody had a cupcake question also. I remember. I would love to take those. Okay. Take the question answer now. डायरी पास कर All right. So, like yesterday, we again need you to raise your hands, and your video should be on, and I will try and take questions from the ones those who could not. बहुत नीचे है वो. तो नीचे next से कर सकते हैं. I want to be available to be able to use it. बस. Right there. इधर. That's it. Thank you. All right, should we start? Okay, so we can, Akash Jain, I think you need to rename yourself. We'll start with Megha. Megha, unmute करिए. NG.
Ma'am, I don't have doubt, ma'am.
I think you raised your hand. Okay, so did you like the class? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. I'm so happy, Megha. Okay, keep baking, learning, and post in the group whatever you make. Okay?
Yeah, ma'am. Okay,
Thank you so much. I'm glad you don't have doubts, which means you have learned well. Thank you so much. We'll go to Banga 28. Please rename yourselves by your name. Dr. Ramandeep, we can come to you now.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
And ma'am, I wanted to ask about Black Forest cake, the soaking syrup or the liquid which you have made. I just wanted you to repeat it.
Okay, so what we'll do is I'll share the video in the group. Okay. Let me just keep a note of what all videos I need to share in the group. I'll just note down. Number 1, soaking syrup video, right?
Hanji.
With measurements.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll do that.
I missed the chocolate shards recipe also. I was busy making
chocolate shards. There is no recipe. We just melted the chocolate, compound chocolate, and we made the pattern and we set it in the refrigerator. That's it.
Okay, we didn't add anything to the
nothing. It's pure chocolate. I mean compound.
Dark chocolate compound, right? Okay. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
I'm loving the class.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Monica. एक सेकंड वेट करो, उनको म्यूट करने दो, फिर कर दो। हाँ जी, मोनिका।
Yes, hello, ma'am.
हेलो।
Ma'am, I have a question. Ma'am, while baking, do we need to turn on both the rods on or just the
Bottom
lower one?
rod, bottom rod. Only bottom
Bottom
rod. Yeah.
Okay,
And if
and
you do
ma'am,
not have
timing?
the option of turning the bottom rod on and your oven calls for a bake mode, but both the rods are on, don't worry. Which means your oven has been set in a way that both the rods will work.
Okay, and ma'am, what will be the timing?
40 minutes. You put it for 45 minutes, and once you get the aroma of a freshly baked cake, you look through your eyes that the top doesn't look wobbly anymore. You are getting a good aroma of baked goodies, and 10 minutes are remaining, then you can do a check. Not before that. Do not keep opening your door. Okay?
And ma'am, in fresh fruit getox cake, ma'am, you mentioned three. Yeah, getox. Sorry, ma'am. In that you have mentioned three fruits. One was Malta, the other one was
See, you can
pomegranate.
use cherries, you can use pineapple, you can use apricots, you can use kiwi, you can use apples, you can use pomegranate. Do not use banana, do not use papaya, do not use guava.
Okay.
You can use dragon fruit.
Okay. And ma'am, icing sugar घर पे बना सकते हैं?
Icing sugar घर पे बनाने के बाद इतना super fine नहीं होता. So icing sugar you need to purchase.
Yeah.
Even if you add corn flour to it, it will not be super fine. It will be gritty.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Monica.
Thank you.
Next is Vinny.
हेलो।
Yes, Vinny.
हाँ जी मैम, मैम मुझे डार्क रेड कलर के लिए कुछ टिप्स बता दीजिए। क्रीम
हाँ,
व्हिप
बिल्कुल
क्रीम।
बताऊंगी। डार्क रेड कलर के लिए आप बेकर्स विले के पाउडर कलर्स आते हैं, और पाउडर कलर को आप क्रीम लीजिए, टेक अ बोल ऑफ क्रीम व्हाटएवर क्वांटिटी यू नीड, एंड देन ऐड इन पाउडर कलर, मिक्स इट until it gets the particles get dissolved, clean wrap it and keep it in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 hours ताकि उसके पिगमेंट पूरे उसमें घुल जाए, and then beat it.
ओके, और ये जो कपकेक हमने बनाए थे ये कितने दिन तक स्टोर कर सकते हैं रेफ्रिजरेटर में?
Very good question, Vinny. So the cake sponges that we bake, they can stay fresh for 20 days because they are baked from scratch. Cling wrap करके fridge section में रखना है, not in the freezer. It will stay as fresh for 20 days.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much.
Vinny. Next, we have Harpreet.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. क्या हुआ हरप्रीत, नेटवर्क की प्रॉब्लम हो रही थी?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, I have low network, so actually it's not working.
No problem. That's why Harpreet, you are going to get the recording of the sessions also. Don't worry. बोलिए.
It was a great session, ma'am, and
Thank you so much, Harpreet.
I'm feeling blessed to have a teacher like you.
Thank you so much, Harpreet. Let's do the questions. So many of them are waiting.
Okay, ma'am. I'm asking with whipped cream. I'm using stand mixer. Yesterday you used ice jar.
Ice bath.
Ice bath. And how can I use
You
stand
don't have to
mixer?
use ice bath when you are using a stand mixer, because stand mixer is very powerful, heavy duty machine, right? What you can do is in summers always work in an AC room and chill the bowl of the stand mixer.
Bowl, okay.
Chill the bowl in the refrigerator for at least 20 minutes. And the blade also. Stand mixer ka jo blade hai. Both blade and bowl.
Okay, ma'am, you are using powder color. So while making powder color, can we add water or oil?
No, don't.
Don't.
If you want to use oil-based colors, please use candy colors. They are very good. Bakers will have beautiful range of. See, I'm not saying this because they are sponsoring this class or they are, they are giving you gifts. No, because I see, आपने मेरे bottle की size देखी है ना? This they have not sent. This I have purchased, and I've been using this since years now. That's why we buy big bottles, right? So yesterday I made using all the big bottles. So I've been using their product for years now, and the colors are really, really, really good. So use candy colors if you want to use them for fat based.
Okay, ma'am, you are using a scraper, steel scraper.
Always use a steel scraper. Do not use a plastic scraper, because metal scrapers can give you a good finish, and when you need to dip it in warm water to get good finish, it helps. Plastic staples don't get heated up, right? Warm only होते.
Okay, can you share the utensils of these? Ma'am, आप share कर
You
सकते हैं?
have been given the list of tools, equipment की video मिली है सबको, है ना? Megha is saying yes, yes, yes. Everybody has been given. सबको मिला है, just please see. So if you have not received it, I'll ask my team, or you can ping my team. You have the number, right? Can you mention the number, Nupur, once? And just ping them. They have shared the video. Check your email. If you have don't have it in the email, please check your spam folder.
Okay, ma'am, one more
See,
question.
they are mentioning of the description. Check the description of your group.
Okay, I will check.
Group description में है.
Okay, ma'am, one more question. While you are making leaf petal for the whipped cream is drying, you said it's drying. Use little water.
Yes.
So when we use little water, is can we dip the piping bag on water?
Use the spray. Or maybe with a spoon, take half teaspoon of water and mix the cream.
On whipping cream on the nozzle?
No. On the cream. Take out the cream. If it's drying, in a bowl, add in a little bit of water, mix it and refill your piping bag.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Most welcome. Next is Shilpa. No, Shilpa has not raised her hand. Kanika.
Hi, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question on funfetti. Is it the regular sprinkles that we use, thick ones?
Sprinkles are basically of different shapes and sizes. Round, rice sprinkles, right? Bhujia jaise jo aate, those are called rice sprinkles. Round ones are called pearls. These are flat and super light, colorful.
So are they hard or soft like
they
sprinkles?
They are made of sugar. You chew, it's like they're soft, not very hard.
So made of sugar only.
Mm.
So when we go to buy them, so we have to ask them about the funfetti, right?
Yes, I just showed you the bottle. If you have the bottle, can you please give me? So you can take a screenshot.
So they are not the regular sprinkles, right, ma'am?
They are not the regular sprinkles.
Okay,
you ask them for confetti, funfetti, अलग-अलग brand, अलग-अलग नाम से बोलती है उसको. This one.
Okay, fine, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Actually, very good quality. It will not bleed. It will not bleed on your cream or batter.
Okay. And ma'am, another question about the cakes. When we bake them and keep them in the refrigerator, cling wrap them. So do we have to store them in the deep freezer or?
I have already mentioned nothing in the deep freezer. No.
Okay.
For the sake of reels, people do make that for the sake of reels, people make whatnot. Now a reel is very viral that you need to add, I don't know what all they are adding in the whipped cream to make it stable. मैंने क्या add किया whipped cream में stable करने के लिए?
Right.
You just need a good quality whipping cream and correct techniques.
Okay.
Why unnecessarily? क्यों मिलावट करना है? टेस्ट में फर्क आ जाएगा, टेक्सचर में फर्क आ जाएगा, सब कुछ में फर्क आ जाएगा. उसमें मैदा पता नहीं कुक करके मिला रहे हैं और क्या-क्या मिला रहे हैं. Please don't do that. लोगों को पता नहीं है, नहीं मिलाते हैं, बस कुछ भी मिला दो, रील बन जाए.
Ma'am, one more last question. Sometimes whipped cream pe na, there are some small bubbles, air gaps. So why do they?
What happens is if you beat your whipped cream at a higher speed, it will have more bubbles. So start beating it gradually. And when you are frosting it, if you see that there are air bubbles on the wall of the whipped cream, just spray it with water and scrape it. The bubbles will vanish.
Okay, because many a times I
like it happens when you whip your cream at a higher speed, the cream basically has a lot of bubbles coming in suddenly, and when you scrape, bubbles show. So even if the bubbles are showing, just use a spray on the surface of the cake, जैसे मैंने आज किया दिखाने के लिए, and scrape off. You will have a smooth finish on it.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Most welcome, Kanika. Who else do we have? Are we done with the questions? Manali, yes, Manali. Please unmute. I can't hear you, Manali. I can't hear you. You're not audible. नुपुर इसके बाद नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन में भी चेक कर लेना, सकता है अगले स्क्रीन में भी अनम्यूट कर दे. Manali, you are not audible. Manali is not audible. Can you help, Nupur? Okay, Manali, we'll come back to you. We'll go to Radhika.
Hi,
Yes,
ma'am.
Radhika. Hi.
Thank you for the amazing class, ma'am. It's
Thank you,
just
Radhika.
amazing.
Thank you so much.
Ma'am, so I was checking for the other fusions which we can make in the cupcakes.
So you can make, like I said, you can make rasmalai the same way.
But how will we like fill it in the cupcake?
Rasmalai, छोटे-छोटे rasmalai के pieces करके you can fill in the rasmalai inside.
Okay, not the liquid portion of it, right?
No, in cupcakes, don't soak it with the liquid portion. When you make a cake, you want to use it as a soaking syrup, use the rasmalai ka milk to soak.
Oh, okay, got it. And ma'am, there are like chocolate bounties, right? So वो cupcakes में भी बन सकती है? No.
Bounties हम cupcakes में नहीं बनाते, वो आप tea cakes में बना सकते.
Okay. Also, ma'am, आप जो nozzle, I mean piping bags जो use करते हैं cream पे draw करने के लिए, so I find it very difficult to get the design. I don't know why, but my design does not come out well. I don't know if I'm holding it wrong, or is it something which you can like verbally explain, because I'm not there live, so I can't see how.
So basically, what you need to do is first and foremost, you need to have a good whipped, like the cream should be whipped well. And if you have palms, warm, hot palms, so keep a wet towel handy. जैसे मैं रखती हूँ, मेरे palm बहुत गर्म है. Otherwise, 2 minutes में मेरे हाथ में, if I take a piping bag, the cream will start melting. All right. So I keep a wet towel handy always. You must be seeing me I keep wiping my hands.
Wiping your hands.
Yeah, not just for cleanliness. Of course, I'm a cleanliness. It's very important for me because we are working with food. Also to keep my palm cold, like normal temperature, and then hold the piping bag. And I suggest you whip up half cup of cream and practice on a board first. Then go on to piping onto the cakes.
So I mean, there's a kind of pressure which we should put in for getting the design, or it should be
cream needs a very only hand and pressure coordination. आप पहले चलोगे cream नहीं आ रही है, it will not work. You are going fast and the cream is flowing out fast. Your hand is not moving. It's like driving a car. So there has to be hand and the flow of the cream coordination. So that you need to practice.
Okay. Fine, yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. And Manali, have you fixed it? चलो आप chat करो. आप chat करके लिख लो. I'll answer to it. Now next, Diksha.
Hello.
हाँ जी दीक्षा बोलिए.
Ma'am, I have 2 or 3 questions. First question was this, that
Diksha, you're not audible.
Now
I mean, it's very
audible?
muffled. I can't make out what you're saying.
Now am I audible? Hello.
Very low voice actually. I'll try to figure out.
Okay. You have added salt in caramel sauce and also in the strawberry compote. In other compotes as well, we can add salt, or you added, or I missed it?
See, I told you, if it's if the fruit is sour, then we add salt to make it like the taste enhancement, right? And if the fruit is too sweet, like for the pineapple, to break that sweet, we add salt. Now in the caramel sauce, we added salt because we wanted to make it salted caramel. And salted caramel is any day way tastier than plain caramel.
Yeah, okay.
Okay?
Okay, but the blueberry, it is not needed, blueberry and...
Blueberry, it has a khatta meetha taste. So it's, for me, it's not needed. If you want, you feel free to add.
Okay. ये जो पाइनएप्पल आपने डिहाइड्रेट किए थे वो 200 डिग्री पे आपने ओटीजी स्लाइसेस करा, थिन स्लाइसेस, एंड ओटीजी में 200 5 to 8 minutes. in between or again 5-2 minutes आपने उनको करा
After
था
5 to 8 minutes, you flip it. If you see that it's looking dry, depends on the OTG capacity also. If you feel that it's looking dry, it's getting like brownish color, then you take it out in between and flip it and bake it again.
5 to 8 minutes for the same time period. Okay, same we can do with the orange slices and all that.
Yes, you can do it with the orange slices also.
So we can
do
do-
it for our
we can
Christmas
also-
cakes, plum cakes.
we can-
Yes.
We can store them for the dehydration
Yes.
form. And जो chocolate shards आपने बनाए थे वैसे ना कुछ black forest cakes में long designs होते हैं, मतलब different designs होते हैं, मतलब same covering करने के लिए
सारे
use
आप
करके.
chocolate से ही करोगे. I mean, you don't add in anything to it. Just melt chocolate, give it any shape, keep it in the refrigerator, it holds the shape. That's the beauty of chocolate.
In the same form, मतलब cake board को parchment paper से cover करके.
Parchment के साथ, don't use butter paper. Parchment के साथ
Okay.
करके, and then you take a leaf, clean it. Leaf को dip करके आप उसमें रख के छोड़ दो, and it will peel off beautifully like a leaf. The chocolate.
Okay.
So whatever, there are endless options to do.
Yeah.
If you understand the property of the medium.
Yeah. Fine.
Thank you,
Thanks a
Diksha.
lot.
Thank you so much. Okay, so I think we are done. There are Amisha. Amisha, you have any queries?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, ma'am. I wanted to know the sponges that we make, are they, we can use the same sponges for tres leches?
Of course you can.
Okay.
Of course, I have posted so many reels. So your homework is, please go. अगर आप scroll down करो ना, after the sponges are made, after the filling you have learned, after the cupcakes we have done, now my reels will make more sense to you than the world. Because you have spent so much time with me and you know what we are doing. अब जब आप जाके सारे tres leches देखो जो हमने बनाए, look at this. I want all of you to do जो tres leches आप बोल रहे हो वो, and I also want you to go and watch the sugar syrup series, soaking syrup series. I have done a soaking syrup series of what kind of soaking syrups can go with what kind of cakes. Please watch that. It
Is
will
it on
be a
Instagram?
lot helpful.
It's on Instagram, all your
Yes.
or it's a YouTube channel?
Instagram.
Instagram, okay. I'm following you since a while, but I'm not.
It's there on both the channels, yeah, both the
Okay.
platforms.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'll just go and read Manali's question. How to increase sweetness in vanilla sponge? Have you cling wrap cupcake before putting it in the very good? Okay. How to increase the sweetness of vanilla sponge? Manali, I feel the sweetness is just apt because when we eat it, it's a sponge, right? It's not a tea cake. So when we serve it or eat it or sell it, it goes along with filling frosting. So it balances out together. So if you want to add, you can increase the sweetness by 1 tablespoon, but trust me, it's going to make it way sweeter. All right, because in compote also there is sugar. Whipped cream also has sugar added to it, right? Right, Manali? So with filling frosting, when we slice a cake and eat the entire slice, it will be too sugary otherwise. Now coming to the next question, have you cling wrap cupcakes? No, we have not cling wrapped the cupcakes. I take a cake tin mein cupcakes rakh ke, then we cling wrap the entire cake tin and keep it in the fridge. So then what happens, that the shape of the cupcakes are not damaged, they don't remain dry, and easy peasy. Now I'm here to make your life easier. Can we use gel colors for coloring? No, it's an absolute no. Gel colors are not for batter, not for whipped cream, not for buttercream, not for chocolate. So always use flash colors, liquid or candy colors or powder colors. All right. And do we have anybody else? Okay, we have Banga Megha. Purple t-shirt. I don't know what your name is. Sorry, that's what it's showing.
Hello, ma'am. Today was a very great.
Hello, you are Megha?
Yes.
Okay, Megha. Yeah.
Oh, ma'am, today was a very great session.
I can't. Thank you so much, Megha. I could make out the keywords.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I want to know that you cut the 2 layers of the cake. Can we cut into 3 layers?
Okay. So if you have a cake, I always prefer totting it in 2 layers. Cut nahi, dot. ठीक है? Torting it in 2 layers. Now when we tort it in multiple layers, what happens is you are unnecessarily doing a lot of filling and adding in a lot of cream. Now all my customers tell me, ma'am, आपके केक में केक खाने को मिलता है, बाकी सबके केक में क्रीम ही क्रीम होती है, because the more layers we do, the more layers we have to fill in also. So only one layer is good, Megha. Out of 9 years of experience, I'm telling you. People will really love placing orders.
Okay, ma'am. So, ma'am, आपने जैसे salted caramel sauce सिखाई है, तो ऐसे sweet में भी कुछ होता है without salt, मतलब कुछ salt वॉल्ट वगैरह ना?
Sorry, मैंने जैसे salted caramel sauce सिखाई है.
तो मैम
अगर आपको plain
डालना,
caramel sauce बनानी है, don't add salt.
Okay.
Simple. But आप दोनों बना के देखना, आप salted ही बनाओगे. It's yum. I mean, you should make it.
Okay. और मैम मेरे पास ना एक कल की क्वेरी है, वो मैं पूछूं आज, मैं कल मतलब पूछ नहीं पाई थी आपसे.
कल की क्वेश्चन हाँ पूछ लीजिए प्लीज.
हाँ मैम, मैंने ना मतलब माइक्रोवेव लिया था IFB का, तो उसमें ना मेरा केक ना ऊपर से मतलब हार्ड हो जाता है, और मतलब बेक तो मैं करती हूँ पर वो ऊपर से बहुत हार्ड हो जाता है. मतलब मुझे एक ऐसा ओटीजी
मेघा, माइक्रोवेव्स आर नॉट साइंटिफिकली बिल्ड फॉर बेकिंग. मैंने कल भी बताया था ये चीज. तो माइक्रोवेव पे बेकिंग मत करिए, यू विल बी हाईली डिसअपॉइंटेड. आप खुद को डाउट करोगे कि यार मेरे केक्स नहीं बनते. इट्स नॉट यू, इट्स योर माइक्रोवेव. सो प्लीज बेक इन कुकर और कढ़ाई. इफ यू डोंट हैव एन ओटीजी, gather some money, do some orders and buy a good OTG. Microwaves are not, whatever brand it is, it's not meant for baking.
Ma'am, which one is the best OTG I have to purchase?
आप अगर खरीदना चाहो 45 लीटर्स या 52 लीटर्स के मर्फी रिचर्ड्स खरीद सकते हैं. It will go a long way. It will go a long way. And if you have to buy anything under it, you can buy Bajaj Majesty. I mean, it's a savior. कुछ भी बनाओ बन जाता है उसमें.
Bajaj Savior.
Bajaj Majesty, not savior. It's a savior for me. Bajaj Majesty.
और मैम एक बात पूछिए, जैसे वनीला जो हमने मदर रेसिपी बनाई थी वनीला वाली, उसमें आपने विनेगर नहीं डाला, तो नेसेसरी नहीं है उसमें विनेगर डालना?
नहीं, उसमें हमने कर्ड डाला था. सबके कॉम्पोजिशंस अलग है, सो विल नॉट कंपेयर इट. ठीक है
मैम. ओके मैम. और मैम जो हमने मफिन रखा था ओटीजी के अंदर, वो कितने टाइम के लिए रखा था? हाँ, कपकेक्स
20 मिनट्स.
वो कितने टाइम?
20 मिनट्स. हाँ, मेरे ओवन में 20 मिनट्स में बेक हो जाते हैं. आपको 20-25 मिनट्स लग सकते हैं. डोंट वरी. ऐसा नहीं कि मैम का 20 में बना तो मेरा 20 में क्यों नहीं बना. एवरी ओवन विल बिहेव डिफरेंटली. डोंट हैव टू पैनिक. जस्ट कीप एन आई. ठीक है. और सारे सेंसेस खुले होने चाहिए. You should be able to see and feel that it's not wobbly anymore. कि कच्चे में आपने ओपन कर लिया तो उसकी हीट निकल गई. And if that heat comes out, your cupcakes will sing. So it should not look wobbly, and the aroma should be really amazing. So even if you have cold, train all your brothers, sisters, husbands, or whoever are at home. cupcake cake खाना है तो सेंसेस खुले रखो. मुझे कोल्ड है तो तुम बताओगे कि स्मेल आ रही है, खुशबू आ रही है. ठीक है? It's like that. So you have to understand through your senses when you're baking. कभी-कभी क्या होता है? Why I'm telling you this is Megha. Sometimes I use my ovens a lot. I mean, जिनकी लाइफ शायद 2 साल की होती है, वो हम 6 महीने में 2 साल खत्म कर चुके होते हैं. So that's why 180 की जो बेकिंग होती है वो 120 पे हो रही है मेरी अभी ओवन पे बेकिंग. थर्मोस्टेट इसका चेंज होता रहता है. Now what happens is, the more you bake, the more you get the idea of how it should look and how it should appear. So baking is all about science, measurements and practice. आज अगर क्लास हो गई, आप फील, अब आप सोच रहे हो कि नो, आफ्टर the entire this thing, what is it called? मेरे को पिन कर दो when I'm answering, so that when they get the Q&A it will be easier for them. So what happens is, now when we bake, now suppose I have baked, I've shown you how to do it, and you think हाँ मुझे आ गया है, but you sit back and wait for your order, you will not be confident and you won't be able to do it. So every oven also behaves differently. You should be able to bake it and you should be able to understand कि मेरा oven कितने temperature में कैसा bake हो रहा है ना? तो senses खुली रखना बहुत जरूरी है. चीजों को जानना, ध्यान से देखना, समझना, and then you will have beautiful bakes. See, I baked it right in front of you. And it's not every day that I make my sponges. I have girls who make my sponges, who make my ganache. I think I baked long back and sometimes I bake. I don't bake at all nowadays. थोड़ा तो मेरा मैं थोड़ी सी सीनियर पोजीशन में जाऊंगी ना, इतने साल हो गए, अभी भी मैं बेकिंग करती रहूं तो कैसे होगा, बिकॉज आई हैव माय स्टूडेंट्स टू टेक केयर ऑफ, सो इट वर्क्स ब्यूटीफुली, एवरी टाइम द रेसिपीज वर्क ब्यूटीफुली।
ओके मैम। और मैम जैसे मग केक आपने माइक्रोवेव के अंदर रखा था, तो वो फट फट तो नहीं जाता ना, मतलब जो
नहीं
मग
फटा
होता
क्या, उसी में पानी पी रही हूँ मैं तो।
है। अच्छा
नहीं,
मैम,
इट शुड बी,
लगता है
सी
कि
इट
अगर
शुड
कुछ
बी
भी हो जाए।
माइक्रोवेव सेफ।
हम्म।
तो जो भी आप यूज कर रहे हो इट शुड बी माइक्रो सेफ, हीट प्रूफ जो बोलते हैं।
और मैम आपने उसमें बेकिंग पाउडर डाला था, बेकिंग सोडा नहीं डाला था, मतलब
नहीं
मग
चाहिए
केक
ना उस
के
रेसिपी में, क्यों
लिए।
जबरदस्ती सोडा डालूं, उसमें मैंने दही। ओके, सो व्हेन इन अ बैटर देयर इज समथिंग दैट इज अल्कलाइन, मतलब कोई भी खट्टी चीज जैसे दही डाल दी, लेमन जूस डाल दिया, उन चीजों में सोडा डालते हैं, बिकॉज सोडा रिएक्ट्स विद दैट खट्टी चीज, द सावर थिंग इन द बैटर एंड इट फ्रॉथ, so this froth helps in rising of the cake. Did we add anything tangy or alkaline in the cupcake, like the mug cake? No. So baking powder is good enough.
ओके।
Okay.
और मैम जैसे अगर कभी कभार ऑर्डर नहीं है 4 या 5 केक्स का, जैसे आपने जो रेसिपी बताई है वनीला वाली बटर स्पॉन्ज की, वो 4 या 5 एट अ टाइम बेक करते हैं, बट हमें एक सिंगल हाफ केजी का करना है, तो उसमें कैसे मेजरमेंट्स
6 इंच पे कर लो, 5 इंच पे कर लो, हाफ केजी का करना है तो 5 इंच इज गुड इनफ।
हाँ मैम, मेजरमेंट मतलब वो तो आपने 5
1/4
मतलब
रेसिपी, 1/4 रेसिपी।
1/4 मैम, एक बार वो ग्रुप में डाल देना।
हाँ ठीक है।
1/4 के मतलब एक बार वो डाल देना। और मैम नोजल्स की पहचान नहीं होती है, कैसे यूज मतलब यूज करने तो हो
नॉजल तो मैंने
जाएगा,
बता
बट
दिया, 8FT है, 1M है।
ओके मैम।
Give me 1 second. इधर आना। Oh, locked. Nupur, can you open the door, please? Give me 1 second. किसी भी एक का। पूरा complete. Okay. All right. Do we have anybody else? I hope Megha, your questions are clear now. Okay, great. Prachi, yes, Prachi.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम।
Good afternoon, Prachi.
मैम जैसे कि हम लोग आपने बताया मदर रेसिपी जो बताई है वेनिला केक स्पंज की, तो जब हम लोगों को बहुत ज्यादा ऑर्डर्स मिलते हैं तो क्या हम लोग 1-1 केजी का वो ड्राई जो मिक्स है उसको बना करके फ्रिज में स्टोर कर सकते हैं?
कितने ज्यादा ऑर्डर प्राची?
जैसे मान लीजिए कंटिन्यूस मुझे ऑर्डर मिलते हैं, 4 केक 5 केक मैं डेली बनाती हूँ।
आप मंथ में कितने ऑर्डर्स करते हो?
मैं एवरेज में पर डे 7-8 केक बनाती हूँ।
हाँ, सारे वनीला बेस्ड ही आते हैं।
वनीला चॉकलेट मिक्स
5-10 मिनट लगते हैं एक बैटर रेसिपी को बनाने के लिए, ड्राई इंग्रेडिएंट्स शिफ्ट करने के लिए।
मैम लेकिन बार बार बेकिंग पाउडर बेकिंग सोडा इस हेडेक हो जाएगी इसको मेजर करने में।
क्यों हेडेक हो जाएगी?
उसको मिक्स करके रख नहीं सकते, स्टोर नहीं कर सकते?
मैंने कभी रखा नहीं, आप ट्राई कर सकते हो।
ओके, मतलब कि इसको नहीं रख सकते हैं।
मेरे 7-8 ऑर्डर्स एवरी डे आते हैं एंड दोज आर ऑल टियर केक ऑर्डर्स आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट, एंड थीम बेस्ड, मतलब इतने थीम हेवी लोडेड केक्स आते हैं, उसमें भी हमें जरूरत नहीं होती। अगर आपको ये हेडेक लगता है तो आप एक बार ट्राई कर सकते हैं। आई हैव नेवर ट्राइड इट।
ओके, मतलब कि वो मेजरमेंट 1-1 केजी करके ही लेना होगा?
नहीं, आप 2 केजी बना लो, 3 केजी बना लो,
जस्ट डबल करना होगा।
डबल बैटर कर लो, 3 टाइम्स 4 टाइम्स कर लो।
मैम आपने जो बताया है 1 पाउंड का केक 5 इंच में, तो क्या हम उसे 6 इंच के टीन में बना सकते हैं?
1/4 अगर रेसिपी है, 1/4 बैटर है तो वो 5 इंच पे ही जाएगा।
6 इंच में नहीं जाएगा?
नहीं, कम हो जाएगा ना, हाइट कम हो जाएगी इसकी।
अभी तक तो मैं 6 इंच में ही बनाते आ रही हूँ।
देखो, मैंने कभी भी प्रीमिक्स के साथ ना बनाया है, ना मैं प्रीमिक्स को कभी भी सपोर्ट करती हूँ। ऑल द बेकर्स विल मेक प्रीमिक्सेस, बट आई नेवर सपोर्ट यूजिंग प्रीमिक्सेस, बिकॉज जहां भी आपने प्रीमिक्स यूज कर लिया ना, यू लाइक इट और नॉट, आप यू आर नॉट ट्रू टू योरसेल्फ, यू आर नॉट ट्रू टू योर कस्टमर्स। किसी भी दिन कस्टमर को अगर पता चलता है कि ये जो होम बेकर अपने आप को कहती है ये प्रीमिक्स के साथ काम कर रही है कमर्शियल बेकर की तरह, तो आपका बैंड वहीं बच जाएगा, आपकी बिजनेस वहीं पे खत्म हो जाएगी। So I personally, I have been always very true to my business. 7 केक क्यों? जब सीजन चलता है तो 12-15 केक के ऑर्डर भी आते हैं, हम एक साथ ड्राई इंग्रेडिएंट शिफ्ट करते हैं और बनाते हैं. For that you need to have stand mixers जिसमें बैटर बहुत जल्दी बन जाते हैं. आपको हाथ से बार-बार 3-4 बैटर जब एक साथ बन जाते हैं, you don't have to make single batter every time. But using premixes, if you guys are my students, I would never want you to use.
मैम बैटर मींस ड्राई इंग्रेडिएंट्स को हम लोग ब्लेंडर में मिक्स करेंगे.
तो क्या मिक्स करोगे? ड्राई एंड वेट दोनों मिक्स करेंगे ना.
वेट को तो नहीं करना है ना, वेट को तो हाथ से ही करेंगे ना.
ड्राई को आप मेजर करोगे तब तो वेट डालोगे ना.
नहीं मींस आपने अभी बोला ना कि ड्राई इंग्रेडिएंट्स को, जैसे मैंने 2 kg कर लिया.
हाँ, मैं समझ रही हूँ. आप कोई प्रीमिक्स का चक्कर कर रहे हो ना, जैसे प्रीमिक्सेस बन के रखा हुआ होता है, प्रीमिक्स का पैकेट निकाला और उसमें वेट इंग्रेडिएंट डाल दिया. वो क्योंकि अब आपको आदत है प्रीमिक्स यूज करने की. किसी को मतलब प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती. आई नो, आई कैन रीड दैट. So you have been using premixes, तो वो आदत चेंज करिए. Because as home bakers we need to be very true to ourselves. अब मैंने ये चीज कभी करी नहीं है ऑनेस्टली. अगर आप करके देखना चाहो प्लीज करके देखो, हो सकता है इट वर्क्स. मुझे थोड़ा फ्रेश चीजों का ना थोड़ा है. See, otherwise I make all my compotes and everything at home. तो ये पर्सनल चॉइस है. If you really want to try out कि आप 1-1 kg का पैक बना के रखना चाहते हो ड्राई इंग्रेडिएंट्स को सिक करके, try and do it. एक बार करके देख लीजिए. If it works for you, well and good. It's better than buying from store, right? Because see, premixes are also very expensive that are available in the market, and also it has a lot of added preservatives into it. So I never prefer doing it. I have never ever in my life I have baked a cake using premix. अभी तक तो नहीं बनाई है. So I
मैं अगर कर्ड को अगर घर में जमाते हैं तो क्या वो पर डे हमें वो दही जमानी होगी? पर डे अगर यूज कर.
आपको बेकिंग पाउडर बेकिंग सोडा मेजर करने में दिक्कत आ रही है, दही कहाँ से जमा लोगे रोज? बताओ. खरीद लो.
दही तो हमारे घर में डेली जमती है.
तो फिर तो कोई बात ही नहीं है. अगर डेली जमती है तो
मींस सेम डे की दही हम दूसरे दिन यूज नहीं कर सकते हैं ना?
बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं. आपको मार्केट में क्या सेम डे दही जमा के दे रहे हैं? वो नहीं ऑफ कोर्स नहीं.
ओके.
कुछ नहीं होता. घर की दही तो बल्कि और फ्रेश है.
ओके मैम,
अगर
थैंक
आपकी बनती है एवरी डे तो प्लीज यूज करिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. लेकिन जिसकी बनती नहीं है, सपोज मेरे घर में रोज दही नहीं बनती, I would not take the pain of making dahi just for the sake of making a batter. I will never do it. है ना? जैसे खाना बनाते टाइम हो सकता है कि कोई किसी के घर में किचन गार्डन हो, तो वो अपने किचन गार्डन से प्रेफर करेंगे सब्जियां ला के बनाने के लिए. बट हम नहीं करते ना वो चीज. वी गो टू द मार्केट, वी बाय आवर वेजिटेबल्स एंड वी प्रिपेयर फूड. सो इट्स लाइक दैट. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू. आपको अगर दही जमाने में प्रॉब्लम नहीं लगती और बेकिंग पाउडर बेकिंग सोडा हेडेक लगती है तो फिर आपको अपने आप को.
मैम जब आप डिजाइनिंग दिखा रही हैं केक की, उस समय कैमरा को थोड़ा क्लोज कीजिए ना, डिजाइन दिख नहीं रही.
मैंने बार पूछा, आपने बोला क्यों नहीं उस टाइम पे?
मैंने बोला, आपने रीड नहीं किया.
मैंने बहुत बार ही क्लोज किया. उससे ज्यादा क्लोज करूंगी तो फट जाएगी कैमरा. तभी तो रिकॉर्डेड सेशन आपको दे रही हूँ ना. ये सेशन तो मिलेगी नहीं. रिकॉर्डिंग वाली सेशन मिलेगी जो एचडी डेफिनेशन में रिकॉर्डेड है, ताकि आपको अच्छे से दिखे. ठीक है?
थैंक यू मैम.
थैंक यू. एनीबॉडी एल्स? Radhika, you have more questions? I think time is up. We can take one or two last questions. नहीं, उनका कैमरा ऑन नहीं है.
Excuse me, ma'am.
हाँ कमलजीत, अभी ऑन किया कैमरा?
मैम आई जस्ट वांट टू नो दैट कि लाइक मुझे ज्यादातर कंफ्यूजन होती है केक बोर्ड में. जैसे आज आपने 1.5 kg केक बनाया है, उसके लिए जो बोर्ड लिया है वो व्हाट इज द साइज ऑफ दैट बोर्ड? मैं उसमें हमेशा कंफ्यूज रहती हूँ.
देखो, 1/2 kg केक के लिए you can take, if your cake tin size is 5 inch, it can with frosting go up to 6.5 inch, right? You have to write a beautiful name also, so you can go for 7 inch, 8 inch. अगर बहुत ज्यादा डेकोरेशन करनी है तो 10 inch.
ओके. क्योंकि मेरे को मोस्टली मेरा जैसे 3 kg का केक था, बट मैंने आई थिंक बोर्ड छोटा ले लिया तो वो बिल्कुल टेढ़ा हो गया उस टाइम पे.
अगर 3 kg का केक है so always take bigger base, because आप जब लिफ्ट करते हो तो उसका it's physics. जितना ऊपर टावर जाएगा नीचे उतना पिरामिड की तरह नीचे उतना चौड़ा होना चाहिए. अगर नीचे इतना सा लोगे केक इतना है लेकिन टॉल गया तो वो गिरेगी. टॉल जाएगा तो नीचे का बेस बढ़ेगा,
ब्रॉड होगा.
ब्रॉड. ठीक है?
हाँ जी, थैंक यू मैम.
मोस्ट वेलकम. Anything
Hi,
else?
ma'am. Can you
I
hear
think
me?
हो गई दिव्या तो सो गई यार, वैसे देख के मुझे भी नींद आ
सो
रही है।
नहीं रही हूँ कब से
दिव्या
मेरा
सोते सोते क्लास कर रही है। बोलो ऐश है तुम्हारे भाई,
chance आएगा. I was
बोलिए।
waiting for that. So my first question is, what is malt? That is a hybrid orange.
Malta, it's not hybrid orange. Quinoa is hybrid orange. It's easily available in the market. You use orange if it's available, or Quinoa or Malta, whatever is available.
Okay.
But don't
And
use the
sugar-
green ones. Don't use the green oranges.
Okay. Black Forest में जो sugar syrup use किया था, tell that recipe once.
I'll share it in the group right after the class.
Okay. And आपने like in other flavor आपने sugar syrup use ही नहीं किया, why?
I told you in my vanilla sponge, it's so soft that we don't need sugar syrup in the vanilla sponge.
But
We
अपने
just
fridge में
smoke our
रखा
chocolate
था
sponge.
then too. अपने fridge में रखा था then too, it is soft.
Super soft. Bake करो पता चलेगा. It's
Okay.
very soft.
Then
It will
how
stay
to
fresh.
store whipped cream?
Sorry?
How to store whipped cream? हम फ्रिज में
हाँ बोलिए बोलिए।
फ्रिज में रैप करके आपने कल रख दिया था.
Airtight.
Again you're taking it, you can use it that directly.
Yes,
और
you
कुछ
don't have to
करना
keep it
पड़ता
again.
है.
कुछ नहीं होता.
कुछ नहीं होता. Okay, that's it.
Just that you have to control the temperature. You cannot take it out from the refrigerator and start working in a room which is like 48 degrees or 50 degrees, right? इंसान melt हो जाएगा तो cream क्या है? So if I switch off the AC, I won't be able to sit here. So cream से how can we expect from the cream? So you need to maintain the temperature. My AC is running at 20, 22, 17 sometimes. So you have to maintain an ambient temperature for the cream so that it's chilled. Okay? Okay, I think that was the last question for the day. We have stretched the Q&A session by 40-45 minutes today. All the best, all of you, and I'm going to share all this and the recipes that we have covered today in the group. The module has been shared with all of you, right? So what do we have tomorrow? Who remembers? Cookie. Okay. We have tea cakes and cookies. Hanji.
I think ganache.
बोलिए मेघा.
No, ma'am. I think ganache.
नहीं, कल गनाश नहीं है. पहले बेकिंग की रेसिपीज सारे फिनिश होंगे, उसके बाद गनाश. So that's why we did not do the chocolate cake, because I'm going to teach you how to make ganache, colored ganache, white ganache, dark ganache, and then we will do the ganache cakes. Okay, there's a lot of learning still left. All right, I hope you guys are enjoying the class.
Very much.
Are you having a good time? Thank you so much. So I'll see you all tomorrow again. Rest well, come with a fresh mind, and we start tomorrow at 10 a.m. again. Okay? Thank you.